Hello everybody, here we have an early 90s epic, Damn, I Wish I Was Your Lover. Really fun song to play here. This is a really interesting progression. Just to jump right in, it's an A chord. Then we go to this G suspended 2. And then I think it sounds best played like this, where we're hitting that G bass note on the 3, E. And then we do an open D and a second on the G. You're hearing it now? Okay. And it's just, like we strum the chord, and just before the first measure's out, we hit that second chord and then let it ring through that second measure. Really nice sound and progression there. Alright, and the big epic chorus comes in here. It's just going to kick off with a D chord. Okay, couple measures on that. And then we go to this, it's an A chord, but we have a C sharp bass note. So just do like your normal A chord here. Bring the ring over, hit the 4 on the A. Okay. Alright, and then we work our way to a B minor chord. And then we just hold this for 4 measures. Okay, and you can strum as wild as you want here. I'm just kind of doing 1 per measure, but if you just want to rock it out, that's cool too. Just whatever you like. Alright, and then the second part of the chorus, there's only one slight little alteration, and it's just kind of doing more following what the bass line is doing there. So it's still with that D chord to start with. But now, instead of that A with the C sharp, all we have to do now basically is just bar the second, and we suddenly have a F minor 7 chord. Kind of fun how that works. So instead of that, we get this. Just because we're now adding this second fret on the E for the F sharp. Okay, and then finish it with the B minor. Okay, so then you just put that whole chorus progression together. Very nice. Okay, now we can have a little bit of fun. Once we get into the second verse, we get another guitar that comes in with some like wah-wah effect. And I'll leave a link in the description for wah pedal I'm using here, in case you want to check that out. Basically all we're doing is we're going to hit a tiny little bit of a chord, the A. So we're just going to do the 5 and 5 on the B and E. Okay, and then we're going to hit part of a D chord here. So 3 on the B, 2 on the E. Okay. And it's wah, so you can like throw in some like dead string noises too, just to get, depending on how funky you want to get with this. So you could just whatever you like there. But yeah, then you just kick on the wah, and you just kind of want to hit the chord low, and then just give it a little down pedal. Bring it back, just kind of wave it in there, each chord. So it sounds something like this. Okay, just getting that nice wave of wah going. Alright, and this happens in the third verse also, towards the end. Alright, so we would go through the verse and the chorus again there, and the bridge will kick in, and there's kind of 2 things that happen here. There's this kind of rockin' guitar riff solo type thing that gets going, and a new progression starts happening. So I'll just show you the little guitar riff that comes in. It just kind of comes up and does this little pentatonic kind of bendy deal. Okay, so we go on the G and B here on the 7, hit them, and then we hit 2 5s on the G and B here. You can give them a little bend too, that's kind of nice. And then we just come up here and hit a couple of 7s on the D. Okay, just some little blues kind of thing that happens here. Alright, and just that little bit, it just repeats, let's see, probably 8 times, I think. And you can change it slightly here and there, just whatever you think sounds cool. It's kind of doing its own little thing there as the bridge gets going. Okay, so the chord progression for the bridge, it's going to start with the A chord. Okay, a couple measures. Then we go to a G, D, okay, to a C, and when we hit the C, it's one measure, and then just before that measures out, we go back to a D. Okay, so okay, something like that, and we repeat this whole thing 3 times now. Okay, 3 times for that. And we're going to go through most of it one last time here. Okay, now once we get to this final C that we're going to hit, we hit it, and then we get to that D, and we just hold that D, and then we go back to the C and do the D again. So it's almost like we're repeating that C-D section at the end there twice. Okay, and then finally we hit the C, but then we go to an A and just let that A ring out. Okay, so just to play that last time through for the progression, it'd sound like. Alright, and another kind of guitar riff that just pops in at the end of the bridge. This happens right as that final A chord is struck. Okay, and then this guitar just comes in and does this little riff here about 4 times, where we're going to basically slide from a G bass note here on the 3 of the E, slide that up, and then we're making an A chord. So, okay, and then we hit the bulk of this A chord here. Alright, and then we just lift off of it so that we're just hitting 5s on the A and D. Okay. Something like that. Alright, and then we do a quick open 3 to 5 again. And then just hit the A chord. Okay, it's kind of just like a quick sliding and back and lifting off. It's a little cool little riff. So try it slowly here. Here, and you just get it up to tempo. Thanks for checking out the video, everybody. Like it, share it, leave a comment. It's always good to hear from you. Do me a favor and hit the subscription button I put out a video pretty frequent, so you don't want to miss out on that. Check out the links in the description box below. I have really cool links for tablature books, all the gear I use, t-shirts, fun stuff like that. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.